Hi, my name's Greg, and I'm the CEO and president, and indeed only person involved with the Skint Expat, Best English Online. Have you ever had to speak in public? Give a speech. Maybe you did this in school, have to give a presentation. That can be really scary for a lot of people, maybe most people. Think of how much worse it is if you have to speak in English. It could happen. Maybe you get an opportunity that you don't want to turn down, but it's really scary. Or even worse, you're asked to do a presentation for clients or for the company, and you're talking in front of dozens of people in your company, and you have to do it in English. That could be really scary. Now, what can you do in a position like that? If you're afraid of speaking in public? Just speaking English, if it's not your native language, can be kind of frightening just by itself. But speaking in public, man, that can be hard for a lot of people. So, what can you do? I got a few suggestions. I've been teaching in different countries for a long time, and different people in different places have given me a few ideas on how to do this. Okay. You could start an English corner. Now, depending on where you're from, you may not know what this is. I lived in China for several years, and what Chinese people do all over the country is they organize English corners. And everybody's welcome, but you have to speak English. And sometimes these English corners grow to be city-wide. They go to the main square in the city, and everybody's welcome, but you have to speak English. It's no law, but if you speak Chinese or whatever, if you don't speak English, people get upset. If you don't know of one that already exists, start one. You only need one other person. So advertise an English corner. What you need is just practice speaking in English. That's the first thing you need to do. Now, this is good advice just for speaking practice alone. You don't have to be speaking with native speakers. This is practice for you forming the words and expressing your thoughts in English. That's the first thing you need to be able to do before you can even think about doing public speaking. That's the first step. So, what else? Join Toastmasters. Now, what is Toastmasters? It's an international organization, and I believe they exist in other languages as well, but pretty much everywhere you could find Toastmasters, what's it called? A Toastmasters franchise? No, I can't think of the word. You can find a Toastmasters whatever in your city. Or you could start one. Now, what is Toastmasters? For details, you should Google it, but basically it's an organization where the members get up and give a speech. You prepare a speech on a particular topic, and you commit to giving that speech to your whole group on a certain day, maybe a week later or whatever. I got this idea from one of my students, also in China. She wanted to get good at public speaking because it would improve her chances of getting a better job and moving up the ladder in her career. And she swears by it. As far as I know, she still does it. She liked the experience once she got used to doing it. And she says it helped her in a lot of different ways. You're actually public speaking, but you're speaking in front of people who are sympathetic. They understand. They're there for the same reason. And yeah, the first time you get up to give a speech, it's scary. But with a sympathetic audience, it's not quite as bad. And once you get used to doing it, it becomes easier. Whoops. Yeah, join Toastmasters. But then you practice. You practice a lot. If you have a speech to give, practice in front of a mirror, practice in front of your cat, practice in front of loved ones or friends, anybody willing to listen. Just practice giving that speech, practice giving that presentation as much as you can. Make yourself really understand what you're saying. And that'll really help you prepare for what you're going to be doing. And again, once you've practiced it a lot, it's so much easier to give the speech. Also have note cards. I've got note cards right here. I'm just kind of looking at while I'm making this video. I didn't write a script, because what happens when you write a script is you end up doing this. Speaking can be scary. Speaking to a group, yeah, you don't want to do that. You want to look at your audience. You want to look at the camera, and that's how you need to do that. Now, what else can you do? I mean, you just want to get as much speaking as possible, especially public speaking, because that's a really useful skill to have. Do you have any other ideas that can help you prepare for public speaking? Do you have any other issues with using English in your life or in your job? If you do, put it in the comments. Let's see if we can discuss it. And that's pretty much all I have, but I want to thank you for watching. Have a good evening, day, whatever it is.